Hi, Matt with eTrailer. Today we're talking about the Benton LittleShift Bike Rack on the back of our 2016 Cadillac SRX. Now this is going to be a great option for you if you're looking for something that one is going to be very versatile, won't take up a lot of space on the back of your vehicle for you and your solo rides. Now the first thing I really want to show is how much space we have in between our vehicle and the bike itself. So this is going to be a regular sized mountain bike. And even if you're on those really bumpy roads, you can tell we're not going to make contact with the back of our vehicle. Now I will say, if we want to be able to open up our hatch, because if we try it from right here, our bike's going to get in the way. So if you want to do that, you have to take off the bike. And I can show you how to do that now. Now the reason why we can't open up the hatch is because this doesn't have a tilting feature to it, which is completely fine because since we don't have that tilting feature, this has a really good weight capacity of 80 pounds for your bike. So it's great for those heavy e-bikes. Now when it comes to taking off these straps, you're going to have one on either tire. And that's why I like it, because we have that extra support from the base, giving you a really good hold. But up top, we're going to have a really good hold because we have this ratcheting hook. Right now I have this on my tire. Great if you have a carbon frame bike or just a bike with a really nice paint job. But let's say we want to get a little bit of a better hold, you want it on the frame, we can still do that. And I like that this hook comes completely off. It just makes it a little bit easier to work with. But when you're ready, you can just push that all the way down and you can take this out for a ride. Now when we take a closer look at that bar now, you'll notice since I don't have that hook in place, I gotta be pretty careful that I don't lose it. That's the one downside of this. So just make sure you keep this on hand because it's going to be required for moving your bike. But just rotate it over here. And what I'll do is typically use a strap over here to strap it down. Because if you're on some really bumpy roads, this might want to move around on you. That's just going to give you a little bit extra hold on it. Now something that's really nice about this, let me grab a tape measure, is since this just stays in place, it doesn't really take up much space. So when I get that first measurement here for the back of our vehicle, that's only going to be at 18 inches. So most racks out there are going to be at least 20 inches and much longer than that. So that's great for us. And since we have a rise to the carrier, it's going to set up a little bit higher. This is going to be at 20 inches. So that's really good. So even if you have that heavy e-bike on here, which weighs this down just a tad bit, you shouldn't make contact with the ground. But since this doesn't fold up either, we don't have to worry about anything on the back of our SRX going to be blocked. Anything like our license plate, backup camera, your taillights, or your back window. And the way this is going to install is we're going to have a 2-inch shank that goes into your 2-inch hitch receiver. You'll then have an anti-rattle bolt that goes in here that secures this down and prevent this from moving around when you drive around to help reduce that noise. Now in my opinion, I think this is going to be a solid single bike carrier, and there's a lot of other options out there. Some of the really nice ones have the dual arms that come up on your tires. Those are nice, but they're going to be a little bit more premium, and I think this does just as good of a job at holding it into place. It's probably going to be one of my top picks for a single bike carrier. But of course, if you guys have any other questions, let us know here at eTrailer. And again, I'm Matt, and thanks for watching.